So what is going on, guys? My name is Orb. It is Gamescom 2013. I'm chilling in the community, not the community lounge, the business lounge, the EA business lounge. I am here with a very special someone for Titanfall. Would you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us who you are and what you do for Titanfall.
Sure. I'm Abbie Heppe. I'm the community manager for Titanfall, and this is our first playable event, so it's hugely exciting, hugely busy. We've been running around like crazy and listening to people like you get your hands on the game for the first time. So yeah. You should tell me what you think first.
About Titanfall? I think it's amazing. You can ask Dan behind the camera. I've been asking him can I go play Titanfall, please? Can I please go and play more? It's a great game, and just jumping on for the first time yesterday was a good time. Super easy to learn and everything, so I'm excited. But I want to throw the same kind of question back to you and say, how would you best describe Titanfall to somebody that's completely new to Titanfall and the entire genre, maybe?
Sure. So we're a multiplayer FPS game. We're showing a campaign multiplayer mode here, which sort of has a story that arcs through it. We've got an intro and an outro, but more importantly, we have the Titans, which are giant robots, giant mechs, and we have pilots who are, really agile parkour character class. Yeah. You play as both. The combination between them allows us to do so much with scale and verticality, and creating really interesting maps to accommodate the Titans and the pilots. And it's sort of fast-paced and fun, but we put a lot of stuff in there to appeal to all kinds of gamers, whether they're totally pro or new at it. So, yeah. I guess that's the gist of it.
Okay, so what would you say, or what was the main reason why you decided to put the single player and multiplayer together in one instead of separating the two? What was the main reason and thought pattern behind that?
Well, I think that multiplayer is in the lifeblood of our studio for sure, and as Titanfall was in development, before it was even necessarily Titanfall, our designers spent a long time iterating and doing stuff, and when they sort of settled on the pilot and Titan back and forth, it just made so much sense, to have multiplayer and then bring in all these crazy moments and scripted stuff and animations. Well, it's not even really scripted. It's we give players a lot of tools, and what comes out of it is really dynamic, but at the same time there were these great almost single player moments that were coming into it. Yeah. and it was just working, so we went with it, and I think it's something that's very new, and we're thinking that with the new next generation of consoles, why not, let's go crazy.
Exactly. Okay, so at E3 during your reveal trailer, you showcased, of course, the Titans, and they were very agile, and I was very excited to see that because I've been playing games like Hawken, and it's they're not necessarily the fastest things on the planet, so that was kind of a drawback for me when it came to Hawken. So how are you looking to balance the Titan versus infantry play to not make them too good, but they don't want to be too slow? And yeah. How are you looking to balance infantry play versus Titans?
Well, Agile Titans was a really huge goal for the design team because, like you said, I think a lot of people hear mech and they think slow, and when you're in a multiplayer game, you sort of want to be able to move quicker, and you don't necessarily want them to feel like heavy tanks. Yeah. Or at least we didn't. Some of us are torn on it. Some of us, really like mechs and don't. And so it was finding something that really fit for the studio and for the game we wanted to make. The real answer to how we balance it is we play every day. We have played so much, and we communicate with each other, and we give feedback, and we say hey, yeah, today I just didn't feel right, and that's really the only way to do it. And that's how we balance everything in the game. That's how we have the movement of the pilots balanced and the weapons balanced. We play a lot ourselves.
Okay, so for the new people joining Titanfall, how will the Titans work? Is it a kill streak, or what is the thought pattern behind the Titans and how they work? And how many can you call in per game? Is there a limit?
We started, after an interview yesterday, we started calling our producer Titan Oprah, because he said, there's a countdown on the Titans, so everyone gets one. He's sitting there
30 seconds.
You get a Titan, you get a Titan.
That's good. Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, there's a countdown, and you can sort of speed it up if you're good. Your bonus is that you'll be able to call it in a little bit quicker. If you're killing pilots and killing grunts.
I like that. I like to hear that.
Yeah, so everyone gets one. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be fair. And of course, everybody wants a Titan.
Yeah. So my next question was going to be about, is there a reward for playing well? So there actually is. You will actually get your Titan.
Yeah.
You will get your Titan faster. Okay, so that's good. So about the parkour movement patterns, can you tell us a little bit about how that came, on how that all came to be, and how big of a role the parkour movement pattern plays in the game?
Sure. Well, I mean, first, the parkour movement is basically your balance to the Titans. Pilots need to be able to move quickly, get out of the way, you know, dodge and escape, and also maneuver around them. Because, you know, Titans have huge guns and a lot of power, so you want to make sure that the pilots have their own advantages against them. But really, when we first started this studio, it was crazy. I started about 10 months in or something, but before that, oh my God, there were no desks. Everybody was sitting on folding chairs. You know, they got the internet. That was really exciting. But in that time and the time, you know, months and months after that, our designers spent a ton of time experimenting and playing around with movement and motion, and that just sort of developed into the pilots.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's actually one of my favorite things about the game.
Yeah, it was really easy to jump on. I had my concerns because on your screen in the reveal trailer, it looks like a lot of things are happening. It's like
it's a lot to process at once, you know?
What exactly is needed from me as a player in order to make this happen? Or bouncing off walls, jetpack.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in, but it was really, really easy to jump on.
We want people to pick up and play, and just to be able to do cool things and have fun with it. You know, no matter if you're experienced or not.
Exactly.
You have to have that.
Yeah. So going from gameplay mechanics over to maybe features. I'm a PC gamer. I'm an avid PC gamer. I think
that's why we brought you PC here.
Yeah,
in Germany.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. But yeah, me and a lot of my viewers are PC gamers, and I would like to know. Is there any, like, you're gonna have dedicated servers, obviously?
Yes.
Correct?
Absolutely.
Good. What about?
We said that like when the company was formed. I think it was one of the first things we're like, yeah, but it's gonna have dedicated servers.
Good. I like to hear that. I like to hear that. But other PC features such as like customizable FPS, FOV. Are you looking into adding that, or?
You know, we're looking into a lot of stuff, but we're still in development and we still have more time. So some of those things we haven't settled on yet. But you know, we're getting a lot of feedback from the community and from fans as we show it here. So we're listening. We're trying to cram as much into this game as we possibly can in the few months that we have to finish it. So working on it.
Okay, so what is your standpoint on DLC for Titanfall? Is there going to be any? Is there going to be maps, guns, etc.?
We're not allowed to get the game out first before you're already asking for DLC.
I'm just trying to get
We are absolutely going to be supporting Titanfall after launch, but as far as like secret information about DLC, I'm not authorized to give it out yet.
Yeah. Okay. So as far as Titanfall as a competitive title, would there be a push for maybe tournaments or anything rather than just casual gaming at home? Or? You
know, we sure have heard a lot about esports this week, and it actually is something that I have been looking into over the past few months. You know, we have features that we need to get in the game, I think, to support it. I don't know if we'll be able to do all of that for this title, but we're trying. And on the other hand, we want gamers to say, hey, we want this to be an esports title. If the interest is there, we would absolutely support tournaments. You know, we'll absolutely support the competitive community. But you know, we need them to get their hands on the game and say like, hey, you know, I think this could really work.
This could work. Yeah.
It works both ways, two-way street.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all the questions I had for this interview. Hopefully you guys at home are a little bit more aware of Titanfall, what it has to offer. Obviously, we don't know about DLC and a lot of the PC features, which I'm really looking forward to knowing about. But hey, we can't get to know everything about the game now. That would be a little bit like cheating. So we'll have to wait. But nonetheless, I'm super excited for Titanfall. I've already said this multiple times. Titanfall is by far the game I'm looking forward to the most. So with that said, thank you so much for the interview. Awesome. But yeah, guys, Orb at Gamescom 2013. I'm out. Hopefully you enjoyed. Later. Bye.